Coming to you, Matthias, Mercedes obviously a manufacturer that's well associated with advanced safety systems, but maybe you can build on what Amy's discussed and tell us what was the perspective of Mercedes on that trial with Transport for London.
We're, I think, well known as one of the safest cars in the world, the brand that stands also for safety and innovation in that field. But we were thinking about how can we take it to the next level, so to say. And I think London is the perfect area, the perfect city to start with, because we were looking for one of the most advanced cities across Europe when it comes to road safety. And we were thinking in the beginning, how can we now take it to the next level? How can we take another step on our way to Vision Zero? Because that's an easy thing for both of us. You can imagine that there are, of course, some discrepancies in the interests between a city and an OEM. But when it comes to safety, we are really united in the same goal. So that was a great starting point when we started back in 2019, I think, together with Rikesh in the beginning, and then, of course, also with the She team and Amy as well, when we were talking about that. And we were starting with nothing, to be honest. So, and what we did, we took the task of creating a solution that makes London streets safer. So not only the drive of a Mercedes-Benz driver safer, but really taking care about the city. So trying to achieve a higher safety on city level. And then we figured out that we have some very, very valuable insights because we are detecting those near miss events that are recorded by our advanced driver assistance systems. So whenever our clients gave their consent to share the data, we get a full report sent to our backend in case there was the risk of a collision. So you can imagine some other OEMs and some other parties are of course providing almost same data. They're referring to harsh braking events, for example. But what they're lacking a bit of the context. Our systems also share and report the context of the situation. And that's the powerful thing. We describe the situation and we, so to say, put ourselves in the situation just based on data. So we know what the situation looked like, where it happened, and was there a pedestrian involved? Was it a cyclist? Was it another car? How close was it to a collision in seconds? And what was the escalation and the reaction of the car to avoid that crash? Coming from or starting from an acoustical warning until a real automated emergency brake, which is of course then close to really a crash happening. So that's what we started with, and then we also figured out that we are lacking a bit of coverage also in London. So what we also thought about, how can we now really create a model that is also filling the gaps that we have as Mercedes-Benz. So we took into account the patterns, the infrastructure, how it was looking, and as well as some points of, because I think one of you also said it's about guidance rather than just a data lake no one can swim in. So it's really about providing that guiding information that helps you and the experts to react on a daily basis. So this is what we did, and this is what we're really proud of. And in a way, also London made us think about the next steps and how can we take it to the next level and how can we learn from this. And now we're at the point where we have a scalable solution that is applicable all over Europe. And we only can thank, I think, the colleagues from TfL as well to support this project and to be open to that. Because what we learned and what we hope is really that this is one of the building blocks, and we know that it's not the building block, but one of the building blocks on our way to Vision Zero, which is one of the most important tasks that we have.